This is an example of the plaque that went up. So in the kind of the presidential Hall of Fame, all down the White House, you have president's pictures and a little plaque. So he removed Joe Biden's picture.
Guys, every president puts up pictures of the presidents they like, and they do it as an honor. It's like, this is I'm inspired by this president. I'm inspired. Or if they do something like this, it's always to honor the greatness of the
I thought it was
presidents.
Just the colonade where they just had every former president down the hallway. But you can
switch. Every president switches out the decor of the White House. Okay, and then there's this. This is the colonnade, right? Where he does this. But every president in the past would have done this to honor the president. It would have said, this guy did this well. This guy did that well. What a great guy is.
I think that they were standard. I think they went up and had the plaque and told.
So it's already been there.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't just do a new one. He just changed the plaques?
Yes, that's the whole thing.
I thought he did a whole new thing.
No,
Oh, God.
He removed Biden's picture and put a picture of the auto pin.
What a dick.
Joe Biden does not have his photo up down this long hallway of all these former presidents.
What a cunt.
Sleepy Joe Biden was by far the worst president in American history, taking office as a result of the most corrupt election ever seen in the United States. But Biden oversaw a series of unprecedented disasters that brought our nation to the brink of destruction. His policies caused the highest inflation ever recorded, except under Trump, leading the U.S. dollar to lose more than 20% of its value in 4 years. It goes on and on. I won't read it because he actually had to put 2 plaques to fit it all. The second plaque begins, nicknamed both Sleepy and Crooked. Nobody called him that except for this dipshit. Joe Biden was dominated by his radical left handlers. It just goes on and on and on. Then, of course,
the guy who's working for Peter Thiel and Zuckerberg
says Trump was reelected in a landslide. Every plaque kind of refers to Donald J. Trump. Under Clinton's plaque, it says his wife Hillary lost to President Donald J. Trump. I mean, it's that kind of petty.
But doesn't this sound like something a dementia patient does?
Obama's, of course, says Barack Hussein Obama.
But doesn't it sound like something like
someone one of the most divisive figures in American history? Calls it the Unaffordable Care Act.
The guy who sang Amazing Grace after kids got shot and started sobbing?
Lincoln says, I survived the gunshot. This guy didn't.
Yeah, he goes,
all the way back.
Lincoln shot. I could take a bullet better than Lincoln could.
Washington, I got better teeth.
and I have a bigger yacht. See that boat he was standing in? Looked like a fool.
What a loser.
Lisa Murkowski said, I'm really disturbed by that.
Yeah, that shit that the Republicans do, I do have to say it bothers me. I have concerns. Fuck all y'all. How about this? How about you guys actually do something about it? I've never seen a lamer Congress in my life. And I've been through a couple of lame Congresses. These guys, it's like, aren't you supposed to do a job? And then you see people that are that are great at speaking, AOC, that are great at fighting, Eric Swalwell. They get silenced, like by Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. Where the fuck are those guys?
Oh God!
Where are those two guys? Where is the guys that are supposed to be standing up to this guy?
I feel like they're moles. They're kind of keep the status quo, let them kind of do it, and just pretend that there's a left. They're like, just fake it. There's not really a progressive left. They're just there to look like there's one.
There is, but they shut it down. It's Bernie, AOC. They just shut it down.
Yes.
And I wasn't a big Bernie fan, and I have to be honest, after watching what has happened, I'm to the point now where if we didn't have examples worldwide that socialist, radical left social parties work, and radical left is just what the founding fathers wanted. They wanted a country of freedom and the people taking care of them when they needed to. And so let me be clear. So when I see what works worldwide, you'd think that we would go, and then you see the quality of life levels. It's all like super high, and ours is a 4, and everybody else is 9.5. These other countries that make sure, Canada.
Living longer is radical.
It's not even like a crazy country across the world. It's Canada. It's fucking Canada. Yeah. Ray was telling me when she was up there, she was saying how clean are the streets and stuff up there.
It's just very well maintained.
It's insane.
Yeah.
taxes. And so I looked up the tax rates of those countries. Go, well, they have to pay like 90% of taxes. Nope. Currently in America, we have a really high state tax. I think it's 12, 13%. And then we all pay about 36 federally. So all of us are paying about half of our money. I looked up some of these other countries. Guess what? Not that high.
Yeah.
Not
getting
that
a
high.
lot more for it.
Yeah.
Well, but
their money's used for them.
Yeah.
They pay GST and PST on
top of income tax?
It's like our sales tax. It's like theirs is like a goods and services sales tax and a provincial sales tax. So that's typically it's usually high.
So we call it tariffs here.
And
in America, we call those tariffs that the government's taking.
Well, we have sales tax, right? So
Right.
California sales tax is at
10%.
like 10% now, which we thought was crazy. But let's see what it is.
Yeah, let's see what it
in
is in
Toronto. So currently it's 13%.
But it costs them $80 to get a kidney transplant.
Right. And also,
And they get time off to go do that.
Oh, wow.
also a sales tax is essentially, you can choose your sales tax. If you're going to go buy something, if you're going to participate, you can not have to pay it, right? Because you can buy less things, right? But here, all the money that we give to taxes, we get nothing. We get nothing for it.
And the people that could afford to pay tax for the honor and privilege of making billions in this country, because we have the biggest market worldwide. So you created something good for you. You made billions at it, and you think you need to pay less tax than a fucking teacher?
Right.
Like, why? Like, you could have. Ray and I were talking about this. I have this because taxes used to be really like in Eisenhower, it was 90% was the highest tax rate. So what happened was all these big families, so the Vanderbilts, the Dows, all these people that own these giant that had billions. Well, they didn't want to pay tax either. I get it. None of us want to pay tax. The guy that's making 10 grand a year doesn't want to pay tax. However, if you're making 100 billion and they say you're at a 90% tax rate on anything over this much money, what these guys did instead was the DuPonts. They actually said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build libraries, and we're going to build museums, and we're going to build universities. And so they got these giant tax write-off, and they look like heroes. Yeah. They looked like fucking heroes, and they have a legacy forever. Whereas douchebag comes in, I'm going to build an Arc de Triomphe. Like,
That's
you're even a bad, like it's the worst pun ever.
Actually, you always use Eisenhower as an example.
Am I wrong?
No, well, it was 91%.
And he was a Republican.
Slight variations in 52, 53, it went up to 92%, but the highest was 94% under FDR in 1944.
That's progressive though, right?
So,
progressive tax.
Because of the war,
right?
And all of the social programs that he was creating.
Because people were dying because of the Great Depression.
Highest tax rate was under FDR.
So just so people understand, it's 91% is not 91%. We all pay 91%. No, it's a progressive. So it's
right. So
anything
if you made,
over a certain
so
amount.
let's say Elon Musk. All right, let's say so up to $1 million you pay this up to 50,000 you pay this much, 70,000 you pay this much. Yes. When you start making more money than you can spend,
right.
They go, hey man, we you got to pay now. So you made $12 billion. Mm-hmm. You have to pay 50% of that.
Because
it was called Soak the Rich.
They are basically siphoning money out of the system, because if the people on the lower scale have less money taken out of their taxes, they're buying goods and services. They're putting it back in.
But the corporate rate was around 54 at that time.
But that's what people don't understand. Mm-hmm. People don't understand that in these companies, like, okay, if you make it so the poor people stay poor, they can't buy your shit.
Yeah. They just take it and then hold on to it.
And
it goes nowhere.
And that's why in the 50s and 60s, we had such a crazy middle class, because they had enough money to buy homes and cars, and they all rose up.